Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be doing a new divine partnership reading today. We already got the moon. I'm actually going to put that back, but that is actually an interesting, it's very interesting. We had the full moon in Gemini just recently, and if you guys, you can watch the full moon reading that I did, as well as the energy update. I had been feeling very high vibe, just very good, overall good about things, about my connection, feeling light in energy, until the weekend when a lot of heaviness kind of came upon me. There was a moment where I just sobbed here at my desk as I was pulling cards, just full on wailing, sobbing, just intense heartbreak and intense sadness. And this morning I was with my divine masculine and my person, as I like to call him. And there was a small trigger, and it just felt like it broke me open again. And I realized that a lot of that has to do with release. We had gotten up very early. I took him to work. Then I went back to bed, and I had a dream. And in that dream, it was like a lot of that energy was moving through us, because in that dream, we just talked about it. Almost argued about it, had that back and forth banter, but we just talked about it, and it was like, that's what I needed to release. I have no problem talking with my person about the things that are bothering me anymore. Not anymore. I used to, not anymore, because that's me standing up for myself, and you want to stand up for yourself. You want to express yourself. Expressing yourself and being vulnerable is important. Communication is vital in any relationship, but especially on this ascension journey, because expressing yourself means not hiding yourself anymore. And so I've been doing that. And so I did that. But I did that in the dream. And it was almost like I feel clearer now. I feel like there's been something resolved, and I don't know what that is going to look like in the physical, because it feels like it was very 5D. It feels like it was energetic. I don't know what that's going to look like in the physical, but things are shifting. I can sense the shifts. I can feel the shifts in energy all around us, especially for this collective. So I'm very excited to see what this divine partnership reading has to say about that. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to do divine masculine, divine feminine, and union energies. I'm going to get just right into it and see what is going on with the collective here. What's going on? My dog just sneezed. What's going on with the divine masculine? All right, Spirit. What's going on with the divine masculine? Can you tell me what their current energies are, please? What are the current energies of the divine masculine? Please tell me a story. Just a reminder, I do not read tarot traditionally. I read things intuitively and by what I channel from Spirit. If you see me moving the cards around, it's because they're telling me a story and they want me, because the energy is moving. I also do not read reversals unless they tell me to turn it into reversal, because there's a message there. If there is a message for you, if you are a traditional tarot reader, if you know the meanings of the cards and it calls to you as that meaning, and I'm interpreting it differently, that's because that's what I'm channeling. That's the message for the collective, but there might be a message there for you, so take it as it comes to you. And if the messages don't resonate with you today, it just means that it's not meant for you today. They want me to take those as well. Okay, we're going to start with that. It just means it's not meant for you today. Time is an illusion. Energy is fluid. And, oh boy, okay. Give me a second here. All right. I'm going to get a feel for these. It's very interesting. Okay, so we have, I'm going to go through the cards very quickly here, telling you what we have. We got the Five of Cups came out with the World, and they actually want me to pair those together. It's very funny how the cards came out here. Then we got the Hangman, Two of Wands, Nine of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to start with the Five of Cups and the World. What they're telling me is this is the current energy of the masculine. And what they're saying is that it's a karmic cycle that's closing. They are feeling this energy tremendously. And if you're a divine feminine and you're feeling the heaviness and the intensity, it's probably because the energy is moving through the masculine. They're doing the healing, and this is how they're feeling. This is a feeling of, it's a very sad card. It's a very, I'm getting the feeling, I'm getting the word self-loathing. I'm getting the word wallowing. I'm getting the word feeling defeated. That there is something that they feel defeated by. I'm hearing work relationships, personal relationships. I'm even hearing this connection. There might be some of you that are feeling strained within your connection, that they feel defeated within the connection. But with that message, what they're pointing me to are these two cups here. And what they're saying is, if your divine masculine would just lift his head and look and see the connection for what it is, then he would not be looking at everything that he's lost, because this is a sense of loss. That's the sadness. It's the feeling of loss. It's a feeling of defeat. They feel like they've lost something. They feel self-loathing. They feel like they've been unworthy because they had to lose these things. This is a letting go, and this is what we channeled in the last divine partnership. And actually the energy update and the full moon reading was that there was a lot of letting go. There was a lot of, it was that tower moment that really shook them up, but it shook them up so that they could leave those cups behind. And what they're telling me is, okay, so they want me to reiterate this. So in one of the last readings, we got the Nine of Cups. And what they were showing me, Nine of Cups for me is a very sad card because it's a lot of empty cups. But what they were showing me is that the cups have to empty so that they can fill back up with things that are more in alignment with who we are now, with our evolution, with our growth, with who we are as a soul, with the love and light that is inside of us. And now what the divine masculine has been doing the past few weeks, past few months, is really letting go of the old, really shifting out of the old. And that has been very hard for them. It's been very difficult for them because they've had to empty those cups. Let go of the people, places, and things that are no longer in alignment with them, that no longer serve their highest good. I was hearing a lot of toxic relationships they had to let go of. They had to let go of past karma. Not just what we are healing as a collective, not just the past karma and soul sludge, what I like to call soul sludge, all those subconscious beliefs and addictions and habits and those false beliefs that we hold on to. But really, that's stuff that they have been healing, but now they came to a point where they were really healing in the external, letting go in the external, and letting go of the people, places, and things, jobs, places, maybe they were moving, but especially relationships. And as the divine masculine, you've experienced this as well, divine feminines, as the divine masculine rises in vibration, those who are still in the lower vibration can either rise along with them or they fade from the life. It does not mean that they are cut completely out of the life. It does not mean that, they're never going to see them again. It doesn't mean that those relationships, those friendships and partnerships and relationships, whatever they may be, are not still part of the life, but it's not going to be in the same way. And that's the loss that they're feeling. It's the loss that something is changing. And so that's, we've been getting the Eight of Swords, I believe it's Eight of Swords, for a while now, the walking away. Now we have, and we also got, a lot of cards relating to, guys, help me out here, my brain is not working this morning, the cups, like looking at the empty cups and having to walk away. I think it's Eight of Cups, actually. But now, you see these cups, this is the Five of Cups, but you see the cups are overturned. What they're saying to me, this is actually like Eight of Cups energy here. What they are showing me are these cups are overturned. This is final. This cycle has come to the close. This karmic cycle has come to a close. They have let go, and it's still painful. Some of them are still wallowing in this energy because they have some self-loathing here, because they feel like it's their fault, because they feel like they're undeserving of anything that's going to come in the future. But look, the divine partnership. This is manifestation of abundance and love and light and joy and bliss. And if they would just look forward, then they would see that. If they would just lift their head up a little higher, they would see that. But this is really the cycle has come to a close. Some of them are still in this energy. We also got the Hanged Man. Even though the cycle has come to a close, they're still stuck. They're still kind of suspended here because they're in this energy. So it's almost like cycles come to a close. Here they are still wallowing because it's, the cups are overturned. They've really let go. They understand in the external they've really let go. They see the physical manifestation of that now, but they don't see that they have the manifestation of something new and something better and something wonderful, something more in alignment with who they are, your divine partnership. They don't see that. They're in this period of suspension. They're still kind of waiting for something. What I'm hearing is they're still waiting for something else to close out. Here I'm getting, so wands for me are both action and spiritual. And what I'm getting from these two cards here is they have the Ace of Pentacles. They have the physical manifestation coming down the path for them. They have the two cups being filled, and it's coming in as a physical manifestation. Pentacles is a new beginning, but it's the physical manifestation of that new beginning. It's not, in the 5D. It's actually presenting itself in the physical. But they're still in the doorway. They're not ready to take action. They're still in this energy of suspension, this energy of looking back towards the past. And I have been channeling that for so long now. And what we have here are the Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands. And it's just, they're looking at the horizon. They see it. They can see this Ace of Pentacles. They know what is there. They are very aware that this is here for them. It's just that they're not ready to move forward for some reason, and we'll get to that in a second, actually after the Divine Feminine, but they're still holding on to, see, so what I read, we got this card recently, and what I read is that the battle is completed. 9 is coming to a completion, and you see all these wands in the ground, that's a completion. He's holding on to one more. He's holding on to one, and what he doesn't understand is this, if he would just go forward with this and take action, you see all this ivy, this is blossoming abundance. This is heading into the Ace of Pentacles. This is heading into their manifestation of everything that they want for their life, but they're still holding on to everything that is in the past, even though it's over, even though it's done. They're still looking out towards the horizon and not taking that action. We're going to get to... Actually, let's just do that now. What is going on? We'll get to the Divine Feminine in a second. I really want to stick with the Divine Masculine here. What is going on with the Divine Masculine, please? Why are they still holding on? Why are they still holding on and not taking action? That's too many cards. Why are they not taking action to move forward? Why are they not taking action to move forward? What's going on with the Divine Masculine, please? Alright, what's going on with the Divine Masculine, please? Actually, what I'm going to do, they're calling me to actually split this reading into Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. So we're going to spend some time on both. So I'm actually, those cards did not want to come out. I'm actually going to use the cards that I was going to use for union energies here as clarifiers and see what's happening. They're actually pulling me to this deck. So let's see. Because that's the After Tarot deck. And what I'm getting is, I was going to use that as clarifiers, but what they're saying is stay present. So, what's going on with the Divine Masculine? Ooh. You guys are active with this deck, aren't you? Can you please clarify, why are they stuck? Why don't they want to move forward? Okay, I'll take those, and I want to get one more. Why don't they want to move forward? Why don't they want to move? Okay, thank you. Oh, guys, wonderful. I don't know why Spirit surprises me so much. I don't know why, like, I'm so surprised by the answers. This is wonderful. They're still holding on to their burdens. So we have the Nine of Wands, then we have the Ten of Wands. They're still holding on. It's just what I said. They are still holding on to this burden so that it's almost like they can't see this ace, this path that is opened up for them. This, you see all the illumination, all the growth here, all the abundance, this really large pentacle that the universe is wanting to provide for them. These two cups, I'm still being called to these two cups that want to be overflowing with abundance. They're still holding on to their burdens. They're still in this energy of holding on to the past. But look, we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. And if you guys follow my Instagram, I was doing a reading and these two cards came out for the Divine Masculine. I was just shuffling cards. These were the only two cards that came out, the first two cards that came out. And it's the same message there. They want to move forward. They want to ride in swift with truth and clarity and an offer of love and emotion. And they know that it's happening. They know that the wheel is turning in their favor, that this karmic cycle has come to a close, and they want to do this. They want to ride forward, but why aren't they? Can we continue to get some clarification? Why are they not moving forward? They're still carrying their burdens. Why are they still carrying their burdens? Why can't they let them down? Spirit, why can't they let their burdens down? Let's get one more. What I'm getting, we got Queen of Wands. Actually, let me get one more. I'm being pulled to get one more. There's a story happening here. Yeah, I'm getting the message. I'm channeling the message here. Okay. There's two things happening here. Okay. There's two things happening here. The first message that I'm getting is that we got the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Wands. And what I'm getting here is that they want to be able to move forward. They want to be able to stand on this throne and move forward into action. But they are still looking over their shoulder. Not only are they looking over their shoulder at the past, which I've clarified, we keep getting the Seven of Swords. So I've clarified that in other readings. They're still looking over their shoulder at the past, but what I'm getting is that they've been so hurt in the past that they're afraid to look forward towards the future. Even though they have all this truth and clarity now, even though they understand what's to come, and we also got the Ace of Cups and the Emperor, they're moving into this energy. They want to come forward with this Ace of Cups to you. They want to move forward. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough hands for this. What they want to move forward with this Knight of Cups, what they're offering here in this cup is all of their love to you. And it's them standing in their Emperor energy. They want to come forward as this Emperor. They want to come forward with this overflowing abundance of love, but they have been so hurt in the past that they are afraid that it's a repeat of that. Even though on some level, whether it's subconscious or conscious, they know that the wheel has turned in their favor, they are still looking at the past as something to hold on to. They're still looking at the past like, when will the next shoe drop? What I'm getting also is with the Tower energy, it was very intense for a lot of them. And they're still going through that residual energy. The dust is still settling a little bit. And so they're still like, okay, well, I just had this moment, this Tower moment, this just happened. When will the next thing happen? When will the next shoe drop? There's a fear here. It's not a gripping fear. It's not devil energy. It's not keeping them so restricted. They are really growing and getting into this Queen of Wands energy, getting into this Emperor energy. They really are moving forward. So let's have a lot of compassion for our Divine Masculines because they really are doing the work. They really are going through the healing. You can feel it. You can feel the shift in that energy there. But they're still kind of holding on to this energy, to this Five of Cups energy. They are still holding on to the Seven of Swords. They have all the truth and clarity that they need, but they're not looking ahead. They're looking back. They're looking back at these two swords that are stuck in the ground. That's the past, and they're looking back towards it. Now, the other message that I got with the Seven of Swords was there's some disillusionment going on. There's some kind of secrecy and deception and manipulation, Spirit is also saying, that occurred in the past or the recent past. It's not happening currently, but it occurred in the past or the recent past, and it is keeping them guarded. It is keeping them somewhat blocked. But they have this in themselves. They're filling themselves up with self-love, and they're understanding that whatever it was that toxic relationship was, because I'm getting the feeling that it was a toxic relationship, whether it was a third party, whether it was family, whether it was some kind of friendship, or whether it was like a romantic relationship, whatever that was, they've learned from it, but they're still being kind of guarded. But they are learning to fill themselves back up with this Ace of Cups. They are learning to stand in the Emperor role. This is a role of authority. Again, I'm being called to Aries. I'm looking at the Ram. I'm being called to the Aries energy here. I do not read astrological signs when I'm reading, but this is the second time I'm being called to the Aries. So they're standing in authority. They're standing in the truth of themselves. They're standing in... What they're saying is they're standing in the... This is actually giving me a Hierophant energy. They're standing in their spiritual energy as well. They're seeing spiritually the truth of the situation as well. So that's what Spirit is saying to me. They're also standing in the emotional energy. So let's see, what will it take for... what will it take for the Divine Masculine to move forward? What will it take for the Divine Masculine to move forward? Since we're just doing one spread, I'll move these here so you guys can see. What will it take for the Divine Masculine to move forward, to get out of that energy? Spirit, what will it take for the Divine Masculine to move forward? What will it take for the Divine Masculine to move forward? That's too many cards. I'll take that one, but I want to get one or two more. What will it take? Oh my goodness. What will it take for the Divine Masculine to move forward? Just get one more. I want to get one more as an outlier. What will it take? What's the final message? What will it take for the Divine Masculine to move forward? What are they thinking about moving forward? Let's do that. What are they thinking about moving forward? Can you give us one more, Spirit? Just one more. Just one more. Two more. All right. I'm going to get to those in a second. Okay. We asked the question, what will it take for the Divine Masculine to move forward? We got the Four of Pentacles. They're still holding on. They're still feeling guarded. They're still in this energy of, this is a waiting energy, is what I'm getting. They're pairing this with the Hangman for me. This is very much waiting, still feeling guarded. What they're showing me is that they have the key, and that they're unlocking this for themselves. They are really seeing this for themselves. And what I'm actually seeing is this woman, they're showing me a picture of this woman actually lowering her arms and being generous with the pentacles. But it's going to take some time, they're saying. They're unlocking this treasure of their heart, is what they're saying. There's a lot of, okay, They're pointing me to the robe here, and it's green, and they're showing me that that's heart chakra. And you see how there's red as well? That's root chakra, they're saying. And they're saying there's still some fear here, but you see how the green is overpowering the red? You see how the heart chakra is overpowering the root chakra? Now, you need all chakras to be balanced here, but when they're pointing to the root chakra and they're saying it's overpowering, it means that the root chakra is all about feeling secure and safe and stable. It's all about the fear resides in the root chakra. And what they're saying is they're opening their heart. They are lowering their guard. They are being generous and giving and forgiving with their heart. And what they're doing is they're dispelling that fear. They have the key. They're unlocking this. They're doing it themselves. They're asking for the divine feminine just to have some patience because they're moving towards you. We got the Two of Cups. They're seeing this. They are starting to see this. They are having illumination. And I'm going to look at this card too. We got the Eight of Cups, and this is what I was talking about here, that it had this energy here, that they had walked away from something. In this card, why this came out is because they're pointing me towards the image here. All these cups are overturned, but it's not so much the energy that she has her back to them, that she's walked away from them. What they're showing me is the moon, and that this woman is pointing or looking at the moon. And what this is showing me is that there's illumination happening for your divine masculine. They have walked away. That's done. That message is done. It's over. Some are still in this residual energy, but there's illumination happening. Now they're really lifting their heads, or that's the shift that's occurring. They're going to start lifting their heads to see the truth of the matter. They're going to see the two cups behind them. They're going to see the cups overflowing, and you see how these two people are just gazing at each other adoringly, and the moonlight is illuminating this behind them, and their cups are just overflowing. This, I put it away, but this is that Ace of Cups. You each have your own cup that is overflowing, and now you're coming together and merging as one soul. This reading, for me, I don't usually read this as union. I don't usually read this as the twin flame card, but this is the twin flame card. This is the divine partnership card. This is you seeing each other in all of your glory, in all of your illumination, seeing what this connection is. And it's just an overwhelming sensation of love. I'm getting respect. I'm getting understanding and acknowledgement. Most of all, acknowledgement of the connection. And I'm also getting commitment. There's a commitment here. You see how there's a circle. Let me see if I can get as close as possible here. There's a circle here that is, excuse me, illuminating, or I'm sorry, kind of like binding these two cups. That's commitment. That's this connection. So there's illumination happening here. Some are still in this energy, but that energy is shifting. They're showing me that energy shifting. They are seeing the illumination happening. They are seeing the truth of the situation. They want to move forward. They see the truth of the situation. They want to move forward. Now they're moving forward towards the illumination. They're actually taking that step forward. They're going towards the connection more. It's going to take some time, they're saying, but we have the sun. They're seeing that this is bliss, that this is happiness. And it came out with, the final card was the Ten of Cups. So it was, this is what they want. They want this happiness. They want this family. They want this every wish fulfilled. And this is what they're moving towards. They were blocked because, they were still holding on to the past. They weren't sure how to move forward. But they can move forward if they would just see the truth of the connection. If they would just let down their guard a little bit. If they would continue opening up their heart chakra and let that, they're saying only love is real. So if they would just dispel the fear and let down that guard a little bit, be more vulnerable, be more communicative is what I'm hearing. I'm looking at the blues here. We have a lot of cups here, a lot of emotions, a lot of expression. So if they would just express themselves a little bit more, they would see that they don't have to keep that wall up. They don't have to keep that fortress around their heart. They don't have to be holding on so tightly to this energy. This energy is also, what I'm getting is that they're holding tightly to their identity and what they know, the things that they know, because they're uncertain of how this is going to unfold, but they can have faith that this is going to unfold beautifully. And they're starting to see that because a lot of illumination happening here. We have moons, we have sun, We have happiness and light, and they're starting to see this. All right, I want to get a message. What does the masculine have to say to... Actually, we're going to do that in a second. Let's get some oracle. Let's see, what's the divine masculine really working on? Let's see, what is the divine masculine really working on here? We're going to do some oracle stuff with this. I'm kind of feeling that. What is the divine masculine working on? What is he still healing? Why is he still holding on? And then we'll get more clarity on how he can let go. So what is he still healing? What still needs to be healed for the divine? What's he still working on for the divine masculine? This card wanted to come out. We got light. And what I'm getting from this immediately is illumination. So let's see what else we got. You want to come out, rest and rejuvenation. And that, okay, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. So, spiritual union. Okay. We got light. And there, like I said before, there's a lot of light and illumination happening. They're healing. They are seeing the truth of this connection. They are starting to really understand this. But it's going to take some time. It's just what I said before. This is just validation for what I said before. It's going to take some time because they're still healing and they're still working through this. We got rest and rejuvenation. What I get from this is this. This is not the Five of Cups in the tarot deck. But this is the energy that I'm getting, the Five of Cups, that they are still in this period of the Hanged Man. They're still in this period of kind of like looking inward and kind of still letting go. This is residual energy of the letting go. But Spirit is telling me that this energy is passing very quickly. This energy of staying, they're not going to stay in this Hanged Man energy for long. They're not going to stay in this wallowing for long because they want to move forward. This is them wanting to move forward, and they are moving forward. They're seeing the truth of the situation. So Spirit is actually, I'm going to set these aside for a minute because Spirit is actually showing me the timeline here. They're showing me the timeline. They're showing me the blueprint here with the way that this spread fell out. So I'm going to put this aside. So we have it. This is the residual energy that they're actually leaving. There's some of them are still in here, but it's not going to be for long. It's almost like this is the shifting energy. They're shifting out of this because the world, the cycle has come to a close. So some of them, there's still some residual energy here, but it's not a lot. I don't even know. It's just, like that final brick falling from the tower moment, that final layer of dust settling. That's all it is. It's almost like Spirit wants me to say, and I'll pull some cards later, but Spirit almost wants me to say that this is like, give it a week, give it 2 weeks, give it 2 weeks, give it a few weeks. Time is illusion, but it's happening that quickly. It's happening that rapidly. They want me to point that out. I don't like giving timelines, but that's what they're showing me. Actually, what they're showing me, Cups. I don't like saying this because I don't understand it, and I don't like saying what I don't understand, but they're showing me this. 5 cups, 5 days, 5 weeks. They're showing me it happening very, very rapidly. And actually, what they're saying is, this is over, so look to this, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 months. Because this is already over. This was the tower energy they're showing me. So it's like almost like this has taken about a month for all of it to come to completion. Or days, months, weeks, however you interpret it, however it resonates for you. But what they're showing me is that it was taking this long, whatever the 5 number is for you, however that resonates for your story, for your situation, it was taking the 5, and they're showing me that these 3 are completed, and now there's just the 2 left. So this could be 2 months, 2 days, 2 weeks, however that resonates, but this is completed. They're showing me the dust has settled. This is completed, and they want to emphasize, that's what they're emphasizing here with the time frame, is that that's what they really want to show you, is that the dust has settled. This is not lingering. This is coming to a close too. So they're still somewhat in this Hangman energy, but this is coming to a close as well. Okay, interesting. That was very interesting. So that's coming to a close, and what happens next is they're moving forward. They're actually thinking about this now, they're showing me, and they are wanting to move forward on this path to everything that they want, on this path towards their manifestation, their physical manifestation. Some of them are still in this energy of holding on, but this is actually letting go. What they're showing me is this is actually letting go because of all of this illumination happening. So past, recent past, present, they want to move forward. Future, this is how, the near future, this is how they're moving forward, and this is going to be the outcome. This 10 of Cups, happy family. I've never channeled something like that before. It's really, really wonderful. But when these cards came out, those were the messages that came. So again, we have light, illumination. This is what's happening presently. They have the illumination. They have an understanding of the connection. They have an understanding of how to move forward, that they have to let go of the past in order to maintain their high vibrations, because those in the lower vibrations, their past, anything that was past, that was in that lower vibration, that no longer serves them, is just serving to continue to pull them down. So they're saying the truth of that matter, and they're letting the past go so that they can rise into the light. And what they have to do in order to do that, in order to continue to heal, is continue to rest and rejuvenate. Some of this is still that residual energy, but that energy is coming to a close, and now this is a peaceful card. And it's bringing in that spiritual union. It's bringing in this 2 of Cups. Again, I read this as a union card, and then the spiritual union came out. It's almost the exact, it's the exact blueprint here. It's the exact blueprint. And what they're pointing me to is, you know how I mentioned that it was like these 2 cups were bonded? Here you have, I'm losing my voice here. Here you have one chalice. And there's an infinity symbol on here, and a lot of energy swirling around it. And what they're showing me is this is what I said here, how this was bonded. This was coming into one soul. This is the union. This is the merging into this connection, this spiritual connection, this one soul connection. The merging of the masculine and feminine energies within you so that you can merge with your counterpart into this one soul once more. Really beautiful energies here. Really stunning. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Now, I want to get some angel answers. I want to clarify this time frame because I don't do time frames, but this is actually the second time I did a reading for, actually it was for a friend yesterday, and they wanted me to pull timestamps from the angel answers deck, and I don't ever do that. But let's just see if Spirit wants to say anything about this. Can you clarify this time frame that you're showing me here? You want it to come out? Can you clarify this? That's really a nice message we're getting. Really nice message we're getting. And we got that card with my friend who I did a reading for yesterday. Interesting. I have to keep an eye on the time. I have a client reading. Okay, good. We're going to get to the Divine Feminine next. I'm actually going to do 2 videos, and depending on time, I'll either split it up or merge them. Can we get one more card, please, Spirit? Can you please clarify this? Clarify the time, clarify the be assertive. This is very interesting. I will say that because, oh my goodness, all my cards just fell. Okay, that was not a good idea. All right, so first energy, remain positive. They're not giving us specific timelines. What they're saying is that I was right on the ball with the message. The message was already spoken. They're saying they can't give us more information than that, but they want us to remain positive. And when I said it was a beautiful energy, it is beautiful because what they're saying is that it's all coming in. That's why they're saying that, you know, the message that I deciphered, that I channeled was right on the money, because it's coming. It's coming. They just want you to be positive. They want you to step into this light. They want you to have faith in this journey, and have faith that everything is unfolding as it means to. What they're saying is they want you to let go of the control. They're saying, we gave you what you needed with this message about the cups, about the timeline. They're saying now let go of control and let things unfold as they're meant to be. As they're meant to unfold in divine timing, because they are unfolding. They're saying just step back into the light, remain positive, and continue to have faith. Now, these two cards are the exact two cards that came out for the reading yesterday that I did for a friend, and it's the same message here. What they're saying here is things are balancing. Actually, it's a different message, because that was a personal reading, but what they're saying here is that balance is happening. The scales are balancing in both of your favors. Things have felt very unbalanced before, but things are evening out now. This is justice. Justice is, they're showing me justice. They're showing me the word justice, and they're also showing me the word temperance. And what they're showing me with temperance, the temperance card in tarot, is she's pouring fire and water into like a chalice. And actually, that's the image that I'm getting. Whether that's actually the image in these decks, I'm not sure, but that's the image they're showing me. They're pouring fire and water into a chalice. It's the merging of the two energies coming into alignment, and that's what's happening here. Things are balancing out. Things are merging together. And what they're saying with this Be Assertive card is to step into your power more. You're becoming whole within yourself, they're saying. You are whole within yourself. You are a soul of light and love and energy, pure divine energy, and what they want you to do is step more into that, because as you step more into that, you're helping your divine counterpart step into their energy, step into their light. They're showing me. So they want you to be assertive, not in a really aggressive way, not in an egotistical way, but in a way of love and light, in a compassionate way. Step up for yourself, stand up for yourself, stand in your truth is what they're saying. And understand, when we get the compromise card, it's not compromising for the sake of others, it's compromising so that you can maintain balance. Because in this journey, especially for you divine feminines, there's been a lot of imbalance. There's been a lot of pain. There's been a lot of, I feel like I've been giving too much. I feel like I've not been receiving enough. I feel like I've been neglected. I feel like I've been forgotten by my divine counterpart. There's a feeling of, I feel like he doesn't think of me. I feel like he doesn't, prioritize me. He doesn't, want me in his life even. What they're saying is you're not seeing the truth of the situation. What they're saying is remain positive, because things are being illuminated for you as well, divine feminines. If you're cross-watching for the divine masculine, things are happening for you as well. So they're not saying don't compromise your values for this. Don't sacrifice yourself, because when you sacrifice yourself, that is just forgetting who you are as a soul. It's you not stepping into your power. That's what they're saying. Be assertive. Step into your power as a light. Don't sacrifice yourself, but keep the balance. Maintain the balance. Maintain the love and the compromise, and the love and the compassion for your divine counterpart. Okay. What other messages do we have for... Reporting me to the Keepers of the Light deck. Actually, I'm really loving this spread, so we're going to do, what messages do we have for the divine counterpart, for their energies, for how they can continue moving forward? What message do you have for them? As soon as I said that, they pulled me back to this Be Assertive and Compromise card, because there's a message for the divine masculine as well. They want the divine masculine to be assertive and to compromise as well. They're saying, yes, you have been a part in this imbalance. So there are masculines and feminines watching this, or the masculine energy inside of you, divine feminines. This could be for that. But what they're saying is, step into your power, divine masculines. Step into your power. You don't have to withhold. You don't have to be shy. You don't have to be hesitant or resistant or scared anymore. Be assertive with what you want. Show what you want. step into your light and your love and your power and your passion, is what they're saying. Because when you step into your passion and your light and your love, when you're assertive and when you say what you want, then that's what's going to bring all of this into harmony. What they're saying is, divine masculines, you want this connection, this harmony with your divine counterpart. And this is how you can do it, because you haven't been compromising, they're saying. Because you've been doing the healing, there's compassion here for you. Because you've been doing the healing, you have been unable to compromise. You've been unable to maintain this balance because of everything that you've been going through, because of this energy, because you have been working at clearing out this karmic cycle. But now you can come into more balance. You're coming into balance with yourself. So now you can step up into what you want, and that's going to create the balance as well. So step into your power, divine masculines. That's what they're saying as well. Step into your power. Don't be afraid to step into your power, because that's going to create balance. And they're saying that you've had a lot of trouble finding balance in your external life, not just within this relationship, but in life in general. They're saying you don't have to compromise yourself to reach that balance. And it was the same energy for the divine feminine that I just channeled. The same energy. You don't have to compromise yourself. Don't self-sacrifice. Don't sacrifice yourself. You can find balance. The scales are tipping back into the favor of balance, into the favor of harmony. But in order to do that, you have to be assertive with what you want. Being assertive, compromise is not about sacrificing, they're saying. Compromise is not about self-sacrificing. When you self-sacrifice, you just give all of yourself, and then the scales are not balanced. What they want you to do is speak up for what you want. Take action for what you want, because that's what's going to tip the scales into balance. Because there's been a lot of imbalance in your life lately, and it's because you've been compromising so much. I'm hearing work. That's what they're telling me. They're telling me it's been a lot of compromising in work relationships, maybe even in family relationships. But they're saying don't sacrifice yourself. Be assertive. Step into your power and what you want. And that's what's going to create more balance in your life. Okay, so Spirit, can we get some more guidance for the divine masculine? Some more general guidance for the divine masculine. What do you have to say for divine masculine? How can they continue on this journey? What do they need? What guidance do they need for this journey? Let's get a couple of cards. I'm not going to take those. Yep. Let's get one more, please. Let's get one more. Thank you. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, we got Bridget, inner strength. We got Kalima, facing fear, and we got Mother Mary, love and peace. It's actually interesting that these cards came out on top of these cards that we just talked about, and I'm going to pair them together. They want me to pair them. Bridget, inner strength. It says, move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. But I'm pairing that with the remain positive, because what they're saying, they're pointing me to the inner strength. They're saying remain positive. That's where your strength comes from, they're saying. Remain positive in this journey and stay strong in who you are, who you know you are. Stay strong in who you are becoming, they're saying. Especially with this completion of the old karmic cycles they're pointing me to. They're saying things are changing for you. The cycle has closed out, is being closed out. You got did we get the Wheel of Fortune? I'm getting Wheel of Fortune energy. That might have been, we got the Wheel of Fortune in the clarifiers, I believe. And what they're saying is fortune's turning in your favor. So remain positive and stay strong in everything that you're going through, especially this Five of Cups energy. Especially as you are still holding on to those pentacles, especially as you're releasing. They're saying, especially as you're releasing those pentacles, stay strong, because what you're doing as you release those pentacles is you're facing fear. What you're doing as you're releasing the past is facing fear, because what you're releasing is the fear. They say major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. And we got that with the Be Assertive card. And what they're saying here is step into your power. Really step into your power, because that is what's going to help you release the fear. Stepping into the light here. Remember I said this was all about love and light? When you step into love and light, that's how you face your fear. That's how you release the fear. That's how you let go. When you step into your heart space, when you release, and you're doing it, there are some major spiritual changes happening for you. And that is there's some major shifts happening for you energetically within you, and that has created some major changes without. And it's created some tower moments for you. It's created some real shakeups in your external world. A lot of letting go, a lot of release, not just internally with the subconscious blocks, with the addictions and habits and false, negative patterns of behavior and all of that. That's all that was being released internally. But what you saw was that was manifesting in your outside world, because as you released that, then you were raising your vibrations. The Divine Masculine was then raising their vibrations, and as they raised their vibrations, then their outside world shifted to align with that. And that's all this is you're coming into alignment. That's what the spiritual change is. Your world is changing, and that can be very frightening, because you want to look back towards the past. Number one, I'm getting two messages here. You want to look back towards the past because there's safety and security there, because there is comfort there, because you know what's in the past. Number two, you want to look back towards the past because of fear. Because it's almost like, okay, well, this happened in the past, so, when will the next shoe drop? When will this happen? It's almost like you're afraid that you could have this abundance, that you can have this manifestation of bliss and this happy family, this spiritual union and this happy family. It's almost like you're afraid of that because you've never experienced that before. What they're calling me to say, it's a very gentle message. What they're calling me to say is this journey is about love. This journey is about bliss and joy and happiness. And that is your divine right. And you're starting to understand that it is your divine right. But we have been so conditioned to fear. We have been so conditioned to look forward to the future with trepidation, because we are so afraid of that shoe dropping, of that happiness and that bliss and that happy family life being taken away from us. We've been conditioned to that in this society. But what we're really doing is getting back to the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is that we are love, and that we are joy, and that we are light. And that's what we are stripping away. That's what we're letting go of. And it's hard to let go of that conditioning, because it's all we know. It's part of our identity. But you're facing that fear. And what they want you to do is be more assertive in facing that fear. Understand that you have the strength to do that. And understand that you are supported. You have Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. I am being called to that, mother healing. There are some of you that might have some family issues. That might be some of the toxic relationships that you've let go of. But know that this is healing. Know that as you've let go of that, you've healed that. This is healing. This is part of the healing process. And it can be healed. And what they're saying, it was paired with this card here, what they're saying is that this is the balance. This love and peace is who you are, and that is the balance of who you are. Those are the scales tipping in your favor, tipping towards love and peace. It's almost like I'm getting the wheel again, the wheel of fortune, turning in your favor, turning towards love and peace. In order to face their fear, they're saying, know that you have the inner strength, and know that you have, number one, know that you have the support of your archangels, ascended masters, your spirit guides, your spiritual team. But also know that you have love and peace within you, and the love and peace is what's going to help you face that fear. So come into balance with that, and that's going to help you face that fear as you come into wholeness with yourself, as you step up, as you rise and step into this truth of who you are, which is that you are worthy and you are deserving, and you don't have to shy away from anything anymore. All right. I want to get a final message for the Divine Feminine. What does the Divine Masculine want to say for the Divine Feminine? Let's get these Romance Angel. Actually, I'm going to get two. We're going to do, how does, with this deck, as soon as I touched it, I was called to say, let's see how the Divine Masculine is feeling towards their Divine Feminine. How do they feel about their Divine Feminine? Let's get it from their higher self, their higher perspective. How are they feeling about their Divine Feminine? How does their higher self feel about their Divine Feminine? Okay. Let's get a couple more. How do you feel about the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine? How do you feel about your Divine counterpart? What message do you want to say to them? Okay. What they're saying is, this is actually, it makes me sad. It makes me have a lot of love and compassion for the Divine Masculine. Because immediately what I heard was, we're trying. We're trying. We got the make the effort card, and what that's being paired with for me is this release your ex. Now, this release the ex, it could be karmic situations that are happening. It could be third-party situations. It could be these past hurts. Remember in the beginning of the spread, I said that there were past hurts that they were looking back on, that they were trying to let go of. That's why they were so afraid of moving forward. But this is really just about release, generally, period. It's these empty cups that they're releasing, this toxic environment, the low vibe energies that they're releasing, that they're no longer in alignment with. This is what they're doing. They're saying, we're trying, we are doing the healing, we are making the effort. And what they're also saying is, we're making the effort towards you. We are really coming towards you, even if you can't feel it yet. Even if you can't see it yet, they're saying, feel it. Go within and feel it. Feel my love for you here. They're saying, you are my soulmate. You are my counterpart. For me, there's no twin flame card in this deck. For me, this is the twin flame, twin soul card. It's also for high vibrational soulmates, because I read for, whatever your situation is, twin soul, high vibrational soulmate. This is your divine counterpart. This is your divine partnership. And they're saying, you are my true love. This love that I didn't think I could have, that I know that I've always had. My higher self has known that that we are one, that you are my true love. But in this construct, in this identity, with all the karma, I don't feel like I deserve you, is what they're saying. But I'm working through that. I'm very sad. Like, it's sad, but it's also like uplifting. It's a very strange energy. They're saying, I'm trying. I am moving towards you because you are my true love. And what I'm doing is I am releasing everything that's keeping me from you. Everything that is keeping me. Okay, so that makes sense. That sadness that I was feeling. They're saying, this was my sadness. Not feeling like I could come towards you. Not feeling like I was deserving of you. Even though the higher self knows that you are one soul. Knows that you are bonded. Divinely connected, that this is the love to last a lifetime, that this eternity is what they're showing me. Eternity. I'm seeing the infinity symbol. They're saying eternity. This is an eternal love, a bond that cannot be broken, and they know that. But just in this identity, because of all the karma, the past karma, all the soul sludge that had to be healed, all the experiences that had to be healed, all the relationships that had to be let go of, so that you can come into greater alignment with the soul of who they were, which is what they're doing. They're doing that releasing and that healing. They're saying, I know you're mine. I know that I'm yours. and I'm moving towards you, is what they're saying. I'm making the effort to do this healing, to do this releasing, so that I can move towards you, because I know, even on a conscious level, they're saying, I know that I'm mine, I'm yours, and you're mine. That's really, it's really beautiful. I'm pausing because what I'm hearing, I'm channeling it directly from them. I'm actually hearing them say those words. I'm channeling that directly, and I'm pausing because what they're showing me are pictures of just coming together, coming towards you, and it's really overwhelming and beautiful. It really is. This image, take comfort in this image, because this is the coming together. This is what, kind of what they're showing me, this coming together. They're saying, we are bonded, and I'm making my way towards you. They're also saying, I am making the effort, however small it may seem. They're saying, please have compassion for me, because I am making the effort. I am trying. Please have compassion for me, because they're saying this has been very difficult. But it's your love, they're saying, that has been getting me through this. It's your love and your compassion that has been getting me through this, that has been helping me face my fear. So they're saying, please continue to have patience and compassion for me. And they're saying, as I move towards you. And they're saying, please see the little efforts that I'm making, because those are big efforts for me. The small things that I do, they might seem small. It might seem that the scales are tipped unfavorably, but they're saying, please know that I am making every effort that I can, and things will be balanced soon. Things will be balanced soon. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, I want to get, using this deck, I want to get a final message from their higher self to you. What do they want to say to you? Divine Feminines. Divine Feminines. What does the masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine? What message do you have for the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculines? What do you want them to know? Whoa, 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 whoa. That one. We're gonna, oh my goodness, okay. We're gonna close out. I'm gonna get 4. All right, I'm going to read these, but the messages that I'm getting, which is why I got 4, is a little bit different than the cards, what the cards say. So they're saying, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Then we got, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. We got, only time will tell, and we got, secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. What they're saying is, please trust in me and trust in this timing. Know that I'm doing the healing. Know in your heart. Feel my love there. Know in your heart how much I love you. Know in your heart. You guys, I apologize. I'm channeling this directly from your Divine Masculine's higher self. So when I say I, I'm not just, deciphering. This is exactly what they're saying. Know that I love you. Know that I love you and that I am moving towards you, but that it's going to take some time. Let things unfold. Know that I am doing the healing, but it's taking time. They're reminding us that time is an illusion and that things are unfolding as they're meant to unfold. And what they're saying is, the time is right for us. They're saying, stay in the present for me. Stay present for me. Appreciate what this connection is now, because we're going to be moving towards something beautiful. We are moving towards something beautiful. The more I release, they're showing me that spiritual union card again. But so the only time will tell card usually has a bit of like a negative energy to it, but only because that's like, it's not giving us any real, it's open-ended. It's not giving us any real time frames or anything. But what they're saying here is that things are unfolding, that things are happening, and that deep in your heart, if you fall into the connection in your heart, if you trust in that, then you'll feel their love for you there. You'll feel their love for you, Divine Feminines, and you'll understand how they're healing and what they're healing. Now, what this emotions are a natural and necessary part of life. This is for the Divine Feminine and for the Divine Masculine. They're saying that we are going through some emotional turmoil right now as we deal with all this energy, as we deal with the letting go, they're saying. And we understand, they're saying, oh gosh, I'm sorry, I'm channeling directly. We understand that you're dealing with this too. We understand that the emotions that you're experiencing too, and we don't mean to cause you pain. But they're saying, let go of the resentment that you have for us. Let go of that pain and go fall into your heart space, because in your heart space, you'll know that we only have love for you, that we only have deep, unabiding, bonding, connecting, spiritual love for you. Never-ending, unwavering love for you. It is overwhelming. This energy, this love is overwhelming. It is, it's a beautiful energy. It's just, the love is so deep. And what they're saying is, when you connect to this heart space and you feel my love for you, know that also everything that I'm doing to get closer to you. The healing that I'm doing to deepen this love and to bring it into the physical, to bring it into your manifested world so that you can feel it, so that you can always feel it. So they want you to step into your heart space. They want you to trust in the timing. They want you to understand that they do have love, and that everything that they're going through here is so that they can become closer for you, so your bond can deepen, so your love can only strengthen, and so things can become balanced and in harmony once more. This was a beautiful reading. A really beautiful reading. I'm glad that we stuck with the Divine Masculine. We're going to have the Divine Feminine reading coming up. I will do that next. We'll be back with another Divine Partnership reading soon. We'll have some more pick-a-piles. And I also want to do another energy check-in at the end of the week. It won't be a full spread like the Divine Partnership readings are, but we'll just do a general energy check-in and see where the energies are as things are shifting rather rapidly, as they've told us. So, all right, you guys, we will be back soon. Thanks so much for subscribing. Thanks so much for liking and commenting and sharing your stories. We'll be back with another Divine Partnership reading soon.